I do have not so much, one of those profound moments that led me into journalism as a career, but I do have a moment that I know was pivotal in making sure that I pursued, journalism. I graduated from college and moved to Ecuador, where my mom was born and raised. Her family is still there. And so in 2016, I went to live there and was supposed to spend my technically last semester of college living with my family, practicing my Spanish, assimilating with that culture, and really just getting a chance to be with her family for longer than, a weekend. An earthquake hit the country in April. I was supposed to leave in May, 7.8 magnitude, huge level parts of the country. And I was supposed to come back for graduation in May and walk and then pursue, my next opportunity career-wise. But I ended up coming back in May to walk and then going right back to Ecuador. I was raising money and leading medical supply missions and helping to bring just basics to the most hard hit ground zero areas. And I think after, I don't know, half a dozen or so of those different trips, leading those missions, traveling all over, bringing supplies, seeing the uphill battle that these people were up against, and the lack of resources and lack of just international knowledge about the crisis that they were facing. I remember had to been 6 months in after volunteering at an orphanage and seeing all of the orphanages overrun with kids who were displaced from their families, but too young to tell anybody where they were supposed to be or where they had come from. Just seeing people living in tarp and their businesses shut down and really just no progress after 6 months. I do remember being out on one of those missions and bringing still just essentials after that many months of water, diapers, formula, and medical supplies. And just sort of thinking to myself, as much as I want to stay and keep doing this work, I'm going to be so much more effective for these people and for people like this in situations like this if I can shine a light on their circumstances and hold power to account and get them answers and get them resources and bring just attention to their plight. If I have the reputation of a journalist or a reporter, somebody who really has built a reputation for doing this kind of work, shining light on what's important, but might not be, getting the level of oxygen that it deserves, and certainly holding, the people who are responsible for caring for this people in this country accountable. I just remember thinking to myself, if I was Oprah, I could fix this. And it killed me, because I had an option to go away somewhere and leave it all the way that so many people in, those circumstances, be it in Ecuador or otherwise, don't have, that option. But I knew the bigger help would be to go establish myself as that kind of a journalist, that kind of a reporter with that kind of a reputation, so that I could come back and do better work, not just for my people in Ecuador, but for anybody, who deserves that level of attention and care, and a platform. And so, yeah, I think that is really, I'm glad that happened the way that it did, because I think that has always sort of been the guiding light for the work.